Today is Saturday, January 17th. Tomorrow's my anniversary. Jim and I met tomorrow on January 18th, although it was a Wednesday when we met. In 1967. It was about 2:30 in the afternoon. Oh, let's see if he remembers. When did we meet, Jim?
When did we meet?
When did we meet?
When did we meet? When did we meet?
Oh my gosh, I thought
it was on a Wednesday. It was in January. I want to say it was the 18th.
Very good. Do you remember what time?
Time, I never know what time.
And do you know how you met me?
Yes, I was in the halls making sure people had passes.
And who didn't have a pass?
You and your friend Sue.
That's right, we didn't have a pass. So Jim was going to drag us down to the counselor's office. He was going to be a rat.
No, I only stopped the girls.
And why did you stop me?
Because I figured she was an easy one.
I was a virgin when we got married. Ha! He picked wrong.
And you were a virgin after we got married.
I was. That's a whole other story. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, anyway, today, I told you, was Sunday, January 17th. We do have some birthdays. Today is 123X Connie. Little tiny little X. 123 times Connie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Angie Waters' birthday, Watters. So Angie, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And of course, I wouldn't forget you, Diana Wyatt. Diana, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diana. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, hope you all have a great birthday. Didn't really do much today. I only ate one meal. I'll show it to you. I only ate breakfast, but it was a big breakfast, and I didn't eat that till, what, 3:30. And I think it's almost 8 o'clock right now. Because I've been on a mission all day. I've been on a mission because, well, I did my laundry because the laundry was overflowing, and I cleaned my house up a little bit, although that's a Monday cleaning. And I did stop at Kroger's to pick up a couple things, and this just shows you. I've been looking for the Dow bathroom foaming, like the foaming bubbles to clean. I like to use that to clean the counters and stuff like that. And they never have it because it's a disinfectant. And they finally had it, and it was $6.99. $6.99. I think it used to be like $3.99. I don't ever remember it being $6.99. And I was going to buy 2 because there was a limit of 2, but I thought no, I wanted to buy a lottery ticket, and I only had so much cash, so I wanted to say I'm not going to win the lottery, but you don't know you're going to win. I have a 100% chance of not winning if I don't buy a ticket. So I wanted to give myself that little 99999999999.9999999 chance that I'm not going to win it, at least. So I'll go back and get it another day. But and then when I went for my mammogram, which I thought was odd, is I wore my mask in, and they did my COVID, like they took my temperature and asked me all the COVID questions and things. And then before she let me in the office, she said I had to wear one of their masks. And I said, why my mask? And she says, no, you got to wear a medical mask. I said, she said, oh, you can't wear your mask. That's what she said. She said, you can't wear your mask in there. And I looked inside, and I saw there was a lot of people in there. And I go, well, I'm not going in there without a mask on. And she says, oh, no. We only insist that you wear a medical mask. You have to wear one of our brand new, whatever was still in the packaging type of mask, because we're taking precautions. So I said, as long as I'm wearing a mask, I don't really care. And so I went in, and they had filled out all my paperwork the other day, because remember I went and they didn't let me in. And so I filled out all my paper, they signed my driver's license and that to prove that it was me again. And then they took me right in, and then the girl went to open the cupboard. They don't give you, before you used to go into a little changing room, but because of COVID they don't do it anymore. You go right into the room where they're going to give you the exam. And so she said, well, unfortunately you got to do it here. I'm going to turn my back. And she went to open the cupboard to get me a gown. And I go, No need for the gown. We're going to be really good friends here in about 2 minutes. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not that shy. So she says, oh, okay. So obviously we got up close and personal with that. And I got that done. And then I'm looking for, I know I got to find a better name. I'm looking for the death book. I lost the death book. I can't find the death book because Jim and I are going to, we don't have a will. We have things written down. My kids know where everything is. You know, like our insurance policies, we have them all as beneficiaries. You know, we got everything like that, but we just want to get everything legal like. So we're going to make an appointment to get that done within the next month or so. And so I was trying to gather all my stuff together. And so I started off, I was just looking in my file cabinet, and then I thought, you know what, while I'm in my file cabinet, I might as well clean it out from the 2019 stuff that I don't need. It's because I always keep like 2 years back other than my taxes. So I'm cleaning out that. And then I got like on a mission looking for this damn book. And I'm like looking everywhere. I can safely say that it is not in this room. I cleaned out my whole desk. I cleaned out my whole nightstand. I took all my books out of the bookshelves and put them back. I cleaned underneath that table. I pulled the cushions out of the chairs. This room is thoroughly clean. It's like spring clean, clean. It's like really clean now. And so, and I'm sure my kids remember what they're going to get, but I want to find the book. So I have other places to look. I'm still going to look. I'm on a mission. And then, but like I said, by the time I got home from my appointment, and then I went to Kroger's, and then what else did I do? Oh, I made a roast for tomorrow. I like to make the roast the day before because then what I do the next day is I slice it a little bit thinner. And then I just bake it in the oven with a little bit of gravy. The gravy that I made on top makes it a little, like you'd make like a hot beef sandwich. So Jim and I are going to have a roast tomorrow. And so I was doing all of that. And then I thought, well, I got to eat breakfast. And I look at the clock and it was almost 3:30. So I made my breakfast, which is pretty hefty. It is a hefty breakfast, which explains why I'm not hungry now. And then I just got busy in this room. I've been in here for like 3 hours cleaning. Not coming up with anything that I wanted to come up with. So, anyway. So, and while I was doing it, I was watching YouTube videos. Kill two birds with one stone. So I think I caught up on my YouTube videos. And I was able to like watch them and then go on my phone, make comments, and then go back and watch another one on the TV. Watch them on the big screen. So I watched those. And that's about it. Very uneventful day, I guess. But anyway, well, like Jim said, he thought I was an easy pick. And when we got married, my kids already know this, and I know it's TMI, so if you don't want to hear it, it's just TMI. But anyway, we weren't able to accomplish the deed on the wedding night, and so we went to, we were going to go I got married on a Friday, and we were leaving on Saturday to go on our honeymoon to Cedar Point. We were going there for 3 days. You're 20 years old, you're going to pick Cedar Point as the honeymoon place. And then I told you Jim turned the air conditioning so high and it was too cold and we couldn't do anything and all that good stuff. But couldn't get anything done as far as that. And so then we went, got home by Tuesday, and Jim says, well, you're going to have to go see a doctor to see what's going on. And I go, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And so one day he said, let's go for a ride. And I said, okay. So we went out to breakfast. And then he pulls up to the medical building where my doctor's office is. And I go, what are we doing here? He says, you're seeing the doctor. So I went and saw the doctor. And the doctor tried to do it in the office. And nothing. I had to go in the hospital and I had to have surgery. Only me. I had to have surgery. So then I had to wait for 2 weeks, I think it was. Maybe 3 weeks because of the stitches and stuff. And the doctor says, I've never seen this. We're going to put you in the medical books and that. And I think, I'd rather, I'm sure my husband would rather I wasn't in a medical book or anything like that. So we went home, and it was probably almost into August now. And I was at work. And Jim and I had figured out when I got off of work, he was going to pick me up, and that was going to be our wedding night because, I got the all good to go from the doctor. And so I was waiting for him to pick me up. I got off work at 6 o'clock, and Jim's not coming to pick me up. The store was open till 10, and I'm waiting. And And I'm calling, and back then you don't have, well, he didn't have an answering machine. I don't even think they had answering machines back then. But anyway, nobody's answering. So I call his parents' house, and nobody answers there. So I call my mom, and I said, can you come and pick me up and bring me home? So my mom came to pick me up, and we went home, and Jim wasn't home, and that was back when I didn't want to be alone ever. So I said, let's go back to your house because I'm not staying here alone. And then his dad called me and said, Jim's in the hospital. We had to rush him to emergency. And I go, well, why didn't anybody call me? Well, we were really busy with everything. We figured we'd get to you. We knew you were working. And I said, yeah, I've been off work for like 2 hours now. He says, well, I thought you worked till 8, and we didn't want to bother you at work. But Jim's in the hospital, and he's going to be in here for a while. So Jim had a cyst on the base of his spine that burst, and he had to go in for emergency surgery. So he was laid up until almost October. And it wasn't until October that we finally got together for our wedding night. So it was a well-anticipated night. It was successful. And then 3 months later, I got pregnant with Jimmy. So, but anyway, my kids know this story, so it's not like I'm telling anything that nobody, well, you guys didn't know that. I share too much, I know. I'm too much of a sharer. My sister Denise says I do not have an edit button, and I will own up to that. I do not have an edit button. But such is my life. Yet another story. I don't make these up. I really, truly don't make these up. They just happen to me. And as long as I can remember, I'll be one of these, I'll put my pen away. I'll be one of these patients that probably has Alzheimer's, and I'm going to remember things from 50 years ago, but I'm not going to remember why I walked into the room. So, if I get hungry tonight, I'm going to have a sugar-free Jell-O. I'll probably have a couple pretzel rods and maybe an apple or something like that. But like I said, I'm not really hungry right now, and I don't really want to eat too much at this time of night. So, we'll let it go at that, and I'll eat better tomorrow. Not fattening foods. I'll eat more balanced meals because I got that roast to look forward to. Oh, I'm looking forward. Oh, and that was another thing. When I was making a cake for dessert for Jim, and I made a yellow cake because that's Jimmy's favorite cake. Because I figured when Jimmy comes on Tuesday, when we do the Tuesday tag, I'll send the rest of the cake home with him. I do plan on having a slice of cake tomorrow, and I am going to figure it into my points. But so I was making the cake, and I went to turn the mixer on, and the mixer didn't work. So I thought, well, maybe I didn't put the blades in right, so I took the blades out and put them back in. Tried to turn it on, it wouldn't turn on. I mean, the mixer would turn on, but the blades wouldn't go around. So I thought, well, that's really weird. So I thought, well, I'm going to just see if it's something with the mechanism. I'll just use one blade. So I put one blade in, tried it. It wouldn't go around. So then I tried to, hit it to get it to start to spin, and that didn't work. I was just getting so frustrated. And then Jim knows I have no patience. And so he come in the kitchen, he says, what's the problem? And I said, I think the mixer's broke. He said, well, I don't think so. I think I can fix it. And I said, well, okay, because Jim can fix just about anything. So I hand him the mixer, and he does everything that I just did, and it doesn't work. And he hands it back. He says, it doesn't work. Duh, I just told you that. So then I got a spatula and was trying to mix the cake with the spatula. And he says, why don't you use a whisk instead? Well, I am obstinate, if anything. And I just didn't want to use a whisk because Jim had suggested it. That's just who I am. I can't help it. It's just who I am. So he hands me the whisk. I took 2 whisks about it. I says, no, this isn't going to work. And I put it to the side. And he says, oh, yeah, you gave that the old college try. And then he walked out of the room. I knew he was mad at me. So I said, I'll use the damn thing. So then I started using it. Well, you know what? It did work. It did work better than the spatula. So I did that. When I got all done, I said, I know you're mad at me because I did that, but I did use that whisk. And he said, no, I wasn't mad at you. I just thought it was funny how you gave it the old college try, 2 whisks, and then it was not going to work. So I made the cake and frosted it. We'll have that tomorrow. But I figured into my points. I'm going to figure out my way that I can have it tomorrow because I am kind of looking forward to a slice of cake. Not a chunk of cake, just a slice of cake. And then when Jimmy comes on Tuesday, I'll send the rest of the cake home with him. So, that's going to do it for tonight. I said that already, didn't I? Well, I'm going to say it again. So anyway, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Believe in yourself and stay safe. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I usually have pancakes on Saturday, but I figured I'd have my fruit platter instead. So today is Saturday, January 16th. My quote is, don't wait for everything to be perfect before you decide to enjoy your life. It's an 8-point breakfast. 3 points for my tablespoon of Jif peanut butter. 2 points for my slice of toast. 3 points for my center cut bacon. 0 for my eggs, berries, banana, and my tea. 8 points. I still have 15 points left for the rest of the day.